Hey everybody, I'm Kellen Fisher. Don't forget to like and subscribe to this YouTube channel. I am going to do the NIT National Invitation Tournament for NCAA basketball. These are for the teams that are not good enough to make the actual March Madness bracket. NIT stands for National Invitation Tournament, which is what I just said, but I like to think of it as not in tournament. But, well, let's just go ahead and get this started. Oklahoma State versus Youngstown State. The 18 and 15 Oklahoma State and the Youngstown States 24 and 9. Now, record-wise, I'd go with Youngstown, but I'm gonna go Oklahoma State because they play in a hard division. I remember, you know what I said at the beginning of the year? Or hard conference, I mean. It was at the beginning of the year. This Big 12 conference is going to be fun to watch. I will watch this conference all year long. And you want to know what? They got great teams. They got number 1 seed Kansas. They got Texas in there. They got Kansas State. They got TCU. Those are all very strong basketball programs. And they also got Baylor. It's a very good basketball conference. Now let's go to who's playing Oklahoma State. Washington State. Or Eastern Washington. 22 and 10 Eastern, and Washington State 17 and 16. You know, I'm liking Eastern Washington. So I filled out 6 brackets for college basketball. The conference, I did the SEC, ACC, Big 10, Pac-12, Big 12, and Big East. So I did those 6. And I didn't have a perfect bracket, any of them. I did terrible in the SEC. I did decent in the ACC. And I did okay in the Big 12, and the rest were, I didn't do good in the Pac-12. Now, North Texas or Alcorn, I don't know either one of these teams. I mean, I've heard of them, but I've never watched them. But I like North Texas. They're 26 and 7. Their record seems better than the 18-13. Sam Houston and St. Clara. I like Santa Clara. Sorry. They're Santa Clara. They're 23 and 9, and I like them. Okay, now let's go to Oregon. Number 1 seed Oregon, or UC Ivan. That's 23 and 11, but Oregon is 19-14. I like Oregon in this one. And then Florida and UCF, 16-16 even Florida, and then the UCF 18-14. At Florida, they've lost good players. They lost, in my opinion, their best player. And I think they could have actually been a decent team, but they lost them, and that's why I like UCF in this one. I think they're going to the Big 12 in this fall. Now it's the number 2 seed Wisconsin and Bradley. Now, Wisconsin, a number 2 seed. This is the only thing that can ever be seen to be a 2 seed in. You know, this is actually a hard one because Wisconsin, they just got worse as the year went on. Like, just worse. And this team is not the exact same team that almost beat Kansas, the number 1 seed. This is not the same team that beat a number 2 seed Marquette. This is not the same team. I like Bradley. Like, I haven't seen Bradley play this year, but they're 25 and 9 over 17-14 Wisconsin. They haven't secured it for me. Liberty and Villanova. Villanova 17-16 and 26 and 8. Now, I'm not going, like, why I'm picking all these teams, because it's the NIT. It's not a big bracket. Rutgers, 19-14 as a number 1 seed, and Hillshaft, 24 and 9. I like Rutgers. And then Cincinnati, 21 and 12 versus Virginia Tech, 19-14. Cincinnati, you know, they had a couple good teams in their division. They got Houston, Memphis. And so they got a good division. New Mexico and Utah Valley. I like New Mexico. Colorado or Seton Hall? Ooh, this is a good one. Colorado 17 and 16, but Seton Hall is 17 and 15. I like Seton Hall. Why? I don't know. That's a good question. That's 11 o'clock game. Oh, of course it's on a Tuesday. All right, Clemson 23 and 10, and Moorhead State 21 and 11. I like Clemson because I wore my Clemson shirt for school. UAB and Southern Miss. Southern Miss 25 and 7, and UAB 25 and 9. I like Southern Miss. What conference are they in? Yeah, I'm not gonna get a perfect bracket in this though. Vanderbilt, and Yale. Yale's 21 and 8. I think they're in the Ivy League, and then the SEC 20 and 14 Vanderbilt. I like Vandy. I think Vandy is a good team, and then Michigan and Toledo. You know, Michigan is a good team. They're kind of right there with Wisconsin. They're just a little bit better though. Kind of, you know, right on the edge of getting in. But let's head back up to Oklahoma State and Eastern Washington. I like Oklahoma State. See, I'm going heavy here on Oklahoma State. Northern Texas and St. Clair. St. Clair. There you go. And then Oregon and UCF. I like UCF. Why not? And then Bradley and Liberty. When you say Bradley, they're going to the quarterfinals. That's a terrible B. Look at that B for Bradley. Right there it is. Look, it's like right there. That's a B. And that's a supposedly B. Oh, no, I'm sorry, it's right there. Terrible B. You kind of can't see though. Let's just go ahead and finish off this side. Oklahoma State and St. Clair. Oklahoma State. See, I'm going heavy on Oklahoma State, so they better do good. UCF and Bradley. Bradley. Is that even a question? And then Oklahoma State. Congratulations, Oklahoma State. You are appearing in the NIT bracket. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram, Kellen_sports. Now, Rutgers and Cincinnati. Rutgers. They play in the Big Ten, a very competitive basketball conference. And who are they facing? Seton Hall and New Mexico. New Mexico. The only team that they really played, I think, was like San Diego State. And they're not on this because they're a good team. Yeah, Clemson and Southern Miss. Clemson. Vandy and Michigan. Vandy. Alright, Rutgers and New Mexico. I like Rutgers. They're a good team. They play aggressive. And then Clemson and Vandy, Clemson. Now, if this actually goes be Rutgers and Clemson, I would love that. I mean, I'm going to go Clemson. I'm going to go Rutgers. Oklahoma. Now, who's the NIT champion? Oklahoma State or Rutgers? When you say Oklahoma State. Actually, Rutgers is your NIT champion. Thank you all for watching. I am Kellen Fisher. I will see you next time on Kellen Sports.